So here's a nice little question about gradient. We've got two lines. We've got to work out the gradients of both of them so that we can say whether they're parallel, perpendicular or neither. Because if they're parallel, they'll have the same gradient and they'll have the negative reciprocals if they are perpendicular. So let's start off with line 1 because we know most about that. In order to find the gradient, we of course need it in the form y equals mx plus c, with m being the gradient. So 4y take 3x equals 10. Well, I could add the 3x, couldn't I, to both sides, gives me 3x plus 10, then divide by 4 gives me 3/4 of x, plus 10 divided by 4 is 2.5, isn't it? Or 5/2, can write it either way, but that's what's important. Gradient being 3/4. Now this one's a little easier. There's two ways of going about this. You can do this by just remembering the formula for the gradient, because all you need to know is the gradient. So you could say that the gradient, or m for line 2, is going to be the difference in the y coordinates divided by the difference in the x coordinates. But you've got to be careful to do the same one from the same one each time. So if I take the first point, I've got -1 there, and I'm taking from that 8. And then if I've got the 5 and I'm taking from that -1, what's that giving me? -9, and that's adding, isn't it, when we take a negative? So that'll give me 6. So that is -3/2. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it would just be to make a little sketch. So the sketch would be showing where our points are. So I've got to go up as far as 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's -1 there. What am I talking about? I'm going across -1 and 8, so that's 1 point, isn't it? And then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and -1 there would be there. So I'm looking at the gradient of that line. In the time that, how far have I gone across? I can see that I've gone across 6 there, and I can see that I've gone down 8 plus 1 more there. So the gradient will be -9/6, which is -3/2. So the same either way. Now, 3/4 is not the same as that, and perpendicular to that would be -4/3, which is not that either. So because we've got both those gradients, we can say neither parallel nor perpendicular.